So we're definitely above the 400 degrees. So in 10 minutes, it should be gone. And it does say the diesel particulate light in the instrument cluster must illuminate during the regeneration phase. So that's what that little light is. Have you seen that light before, you said?
I've never seen that light.
Okay, so that's usually comes on when you're doing your regeneration. You'll see it come on. And when you drive around town, you're going to take it on the highway. I think that's what's going on, is it's just not long enough to perform the regen. But even afterwards, even after that comes on, and, you know, it takes 10 minutes even after that usually to do it. Driving for 1 minute now, so it's probably been on for about 2 minutes. We've been above. That's specifies degrees, so we need 10 minutes worth, and we're at about 2 minutes right now, so 8 to go. Hey Siri, set a timer for 9 minutes.
9 minutes starting now.
Both my phones, I tried to transfer over my pen, and I don't know what's going on. T-Mobile haven't got my control back with it. It's still on. Weird light. So when that goes out, I should be able to do this regen, hopefully. If all is working like it should. Right now we're above 400 clearly. We're at 648, 670, 666 in front of the turbo. In front of the particulate filter, 618. And that's Celsius. So what is Celsius to Fahrenheit? Because I'm terrible. That's a huge difference, isn't it? So 600, let's say 700 degrees Celsius is how much Fahrenheit? Hey Siri, what is 700 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit scale?
700 degrees Celsius is equal to 1,292 degrees Fahrenheit. This is from flightpedia.org.
Okay, so they say clearly 400 degrees Celsius. I just wanted to make sure. Alright, so we have about, yeah, so we should definitely hit the 10-minute mark coming up in about 5 more minutes. If you drove around town a ton, you want to do a lot of these, you know, 15 minutes over, and then it takes, you know, it could have been happened to. It takes a lot of time to finish sometimes too. So you could make it one time and barely make it, and then you kind of cut it off during the regen. And I bet you we have a lot of problems with these guys around town. People just driving around town. This is the only thing that would make sense. And it just gets clogged up because behind that throttle valve, it was just a bunch of soot. You can see it in there. I was like, you know, I know it's a diesel motor, but still, I would think it would be cleaner than that. Like I said, it could be something going on with the system itself, but I don't know. But right now, we should be approaching that time that light's going to shoot out of there. As soon as that goes out, I can press this button, and hopefully it'll start smoking, burning off that stuff for us. I really hope this thing works too. I did everything how it said. Yeah, I just couldn't do this by myself. There's no way I could try to drive and watch the light and press the regen. regen and read that, would not have been a good scenario. Let's see how much time we got left on my timer. 5 minutes. So that's probably why I didn't make the regen, because I just drove right from my house, hopped on. We're almost to Oilville essentially. I would have made it there right before the cutoff. But I did idle it in the driveway for a good while too, though. I did hold it down and idle that vehicle for a while. Tried to force it. It's hot. 100 degrees. Yeah, it's getting nice and hot. It's doing what it should, so. Technically, it should do it itself. Like, it should automatically do a regen, and it could be something going on with the system where it just won't do it. That's what I'm curious about. But I think it will. The good news is the light came on. At least it. Yeah, because Oilville's about to come up. I would not have made it. I would have cut the test off before I made the 10 minutes, probably. I would have been right on the mark. Okay, so alright, so 3 minutes. Let's see. If you want to keep it about this speed, I'm gonna try to slow it down. We're not gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. Do the regen. Yeah, we need more time. You're gonna have to go down further because I don't want to cut it on the 400 or we'll miss it. Does that make sense? You're gonna have to. Otherwise, if you go off this interstate, I think this will drop down and we lose a steady 400. Does that make sense? Because it hasn't been 10 minutes yet. And yeah, 7 minutes. Well, 8 at the most. Maybe. That's probably what happened to me that night. Now, at this point, I at least want to try it. I'll do the regen, of course. Back over here. Try to drop gears a little bit and lower speed. I don't want to lose it, but alright, speed back up some. I just don't want it to drop below 400 on us before that light turns out. We're right by that 10-minute mark coming up. Yeah, well, you can't go fast forever, but damn. Oh. Let me know if that goes out. Try to, I'll watch the speed on this one. Just want to keep it above 400. Hello? Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm still testing a customer's car at the moment. But yeah, I have a second. I'm driving. I'm just waiting for something. Well, I'm not driving. He's driving. I'm just waiting for the light to go off. Yeah. So what's going on exactly again? I'm sorry. So it keeps coming off. pulley's loose? Did somebody try to put it on there and didn't do it right? Okay, yeah. They have to be pressed on. And what kind of vehicle is it? Yeah, I have more time to, and a little bit to discuss it more with you, but I'm gonna have to go over everything with you. Where's the vehicle at? Midlothian, okay. Sorry. Yeah, if I could call you back here shortly, hopefully I'll be done here within about 30 minutes. But yeah, I think I may be able to help you out. I just have to give you a call back and get some more information, okay? Thank you. Talk soon. Bye-bye. It'll be bad. Okay, so it's still not going out. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer. Then I'm just gonna hit that done button anyway and make it do it. It may be that it's not operating properly somehow, I guess. I don't know. Could be a valve flap. But whatever you do, see, you can definitely take the next exit. I'm gonna hit this done button either way coming up. Whether that light goes out or not, I'm gonna hit it anyway. And if we have to, we can pull over real quick at the next gas station, and I can do one standing still. I can try it. That light's still on, right? Yeah, so it's not letting me force it. Let me hit. Right now we're right at 12 minutes about, so and maybe something's not working right with that. But at least it tells me maybe that's not working properly because of the flap or something else causing an issue. But you said that was coming on prior. You had that little particular filter. It could be clogged up. If it's clogged up, I think it shuts it. It went off. Great. I'm so glad I waited. Okay, light went off. Here we go.
So keep going or turn around?
It should have just done it. Just let it keep going. Keep going till the next. So the next 10 minutes, you should be performing a regeneration. It means it probably worked. I hit the done button. So
don't pull over here?
Hey, it was successful though.
Okay. But don't pull off?
Yeah, take the exit short.
Take the exit?
Yeah, because it's still doing it, but yeah, it needs to do it for about 10 minutes, which it could do it on the way back.
Okay, that's fine.
You just want to make sure it's shooting that stuff out. Did you see any black smoke going out?
No.
I was curious if I did. It said it worked now. It worked. It said about 10 minutes. That took about 12.
Okay.
A little bit longer.
Yeah.
But that's what it did, exactly what it should have did. Now, your current soot load, you see that? It went down to 1.5. It was at 11. So that's really good.
Okay. Alright, here's our exit.
Yep, so that was perfect. It's just I didn't quite make it as far. I cut it off too quick. That's good. So in the road test. Okay, good. Good. So, and it could be, like I said, here we go. P3F differential press. Can you even hear it, I wonder? Or can you smell it at all? I'm glad I waited. Waited like one more second. I was getting really impatient. I could have messed the whole test up. That's about how long you got to go, though. That was a good bit to get that rejig to go. So what'll happen is, with any diesel, all these little short trips like this, just clog up that filter. Probably just needs to be replaced or have a cleaner put in it. So I wonder if it'll drive better, though. I mean, it should. That was a lot of soot that came out of there.
Oh, it already came out?
Oh, I know it did. Yeah, because it read the filter. It said 11. Well, it read. This computer can read the ash levels. I don't know how great it reads it, but it's at 11.5. And it went down to 1.5. So. Here's another test for the NOx catalytic converter. You gotta go though like 40 minutes at idle. 40, 75 miles per hour. These are just certain stuff you need to do to keep up with the vehicle at all. Yeah, we don't need to do all that stuff. Let me just try to read the overall data now if I can. Go auto scan real quick. Oh, you're driving. Probably because of from my testing, probably. But I'm very curious about this guy. Go ahead. Check. This code came back during my test. Keeps doing it. The P0401. It could have been I triggered it though, and that has to do with that filter maybe. So it has to do with the EGR valve. That's all in the same operating system. It could just be it's really dirty and needs to get cleaned out, like in that video about things going on. Could have been that I triggered that test also. I could have made that code happen during my test. So I'm just going to erase it. But that was probably something I did during the test. The problem, it'll come right back though. Keep me posted. Let me know if it drives any better and stuff, because I think it will. If it doesn't, then we gotta figure out how to clean up that filter eventually. I'll be honest, I've really never done that, so. But I rescanned everything and nothing's coming back showing anything weird. So. I'm gonna see if I can read the lab data and just see how much you have for that particular filter itself. If I can get a reading on it. Yeah, I did feel that too. Okay. I felt that was kind of odd. That was almost like what I was thinking the other night. Maybe it's something related to the region or something. It just kind of felt weird, like a little. I don't even know what that could. I was thinking maybe it was doing a regen. It was still kind of partially doing it when I felt that the other night. It's like a little jump, hesitation, almost like a transmission jump. It's strange. But your EGR, I guess, if the EGR is so clogged up, it could make it do a little putter like that. But you're not getting any codes for anything that's bad. Let me see if I can't. I'm gonna read your live data real quick. See. Yeah, because I'm not getting anything for the throttle body. It just has to do with all of that's related to that particular filter. Something down there, but I think it's just dirty. This vehicle's made a lot more trips around town, and that regen hasn't happened. So after a while, it just it's like a tailpipe, potato in the tailpipe. Makes sense.
It's getting better gas mileage now. It's not. It was before at like 26. Now it's at 30.
Oh yeah, once I got all those the O-ring that fell out, that was one of the main things, because you were losing boost on the bottom. A little bit of boost. It just took a little bit. A little rubber band O-ring was all it was to make the boost leak around the edges. I took the whole thing back off and go back and triple checked everything. That's why I made sure I got fixed every ring. It was all back to how it should be. But there was actually no leak down there this time, so no leak up top. Master flow looking good. Yeah, everything looks learned, so that looks good. Yeah, the glow status is perfect. And your alternator is putting out about 13.8 volts. That's good. All your cylinders are near perfect. The only big deviation I'm seeing is with your high-end fuel pressure. That's just a little bit. Is it chugging? Yeah, right now. So weird. And your high pressure fuel pressure kind of is doing the same. I think it's just, it needs to be cleaned out, if I had to guess at it. Yeah. Yeah, right there, I feel it, yep. So what's happening is your high pressure fuel pressure target, because of the EGR valve problem, is kicking a little bit, just barely enough to where it's deviating, like right here. Slight deviation. Yeah, so it's not on the target value, though. I can chart both of these and show you. This is how it should be. See how it's just off slightly? So because of the filter, particular filter of the EGR system, it's just slightly off the high fuel pressure value, as you can see. Slightly off. You can see the drops. Targeted value is higher than it should be. See if we can feel it pulsate at all. Probably the issue is going to be the EGR system is failing.
Doing well.
That's a lot better view for you guys. There we go. That's a really interesting graph. Way to look at things. As you can see that right there acting up. You see the jump? There we go. Much better, much better, much better.
Nice. Congratulations.
There you go. You can actually see the small deviations there. That's probably when it's been pulsating, it'll go. It's like you can see the drop off.
I mean, it's kind of gauge weight. Everything's a science project.
That is the actual red data right there. Slightly off. Other than that, it's reading like really good.
Sure.
It just gets really good readings. Good to go. I think we'll be perfect. I mean, wait a minute. Then we'll go back there. Like that. Yeah, so we're not performing the regen. You see that right there? I requested one, did not perform one. See that? Here it is. Okay, so 0. See there, 0 successful, and I've requested one. It never worked. It never did it.
Yeah, so it's just
Oh my God. Check it out.
Just kind of making it
99.
just trying to kind of keep everything together.
So, take away the old filter.
It's, it's just
Oh, ash volume's at 99. That's really high. I'm gonna try to do one at a standstill.
After the holidays, we probably had to.
That's an issue though.
She'll be. I mean, it's amazing how much the weather has given it.
Yeah, so it must be that it's working, but it's not being effective because it just doesn't have
I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah.
How's Jim doing?
About 12 minutes of this last week.
Well, that's good. Well, I have something for you. I'd like to get your hands. I don't know how to do it.
So the ash volume is high, which is great.
Nothing
I mean,
new.
and I don't.
It's just a little token of just a little thank you. Probably, yeah. Yeah, I'll be around.
So I may not have done it, but I'm really.
I'll be there. Well, I mean, I'm only like 150 steps away, so my house is like right around the corner. So
0 on board.
oh, very nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to catch up and get it in your hands, and just obviously see how things are.
Whee!
Okay, sounds good. Well, let me know when you're this way then. All right,
that's
sounds good. All right, thanks.
Oh, so that's off. Your fuel pressure control. Oh my God, what the fuck is going on? I had no idea that was going on. Oh my God, what is happening in this world?
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm looking flat when you're trying to say something.
Did that really just happen? What was that? Okay.
There's a fair amount of homeless that are showing up around here now.
Because they're begging and people give them. It's like, give a stray dog stuff. They're going to keep coming back.
Yeah, they're
It's crazy. But yeah, so what's going on is this. I thought it didn't do it, but it says it did do it. So I didn't make it do it. It did it on its own, which is weird. But the problem is, I think the ash volume, I think, is just so stuffed. It maybe causes some issues, but this is how I'm looking at it, okay? I just need you to drive it some, see what happens. The soot load calculated is 3.6. Soot load measured is 0.
Okay.
It did work. It did clean down the particles, okay? So time since the last regen was about 12 miles ago or whatever. So mileage was 18 miles since it performed the last one. You've been about a half gallon of gas since then. So you're not losing gas. You're not losing, mileage or anything. I'm just thinking it did it automatically.
So it's going to take some time to regenerate.
Yeah, it may just need some time to clean itself out fully, or it could be like the Cadillac converter starting to get some soot in there and starting to clog up.
Right.
And maybe we need to do the more advanced, 50-mile test. You got to remember, all this around town driving is never good on these diesels.
Right.
Because you don't think about, hey, I need to do this once every. That's why I said it would have been lovely if you take it down there, if I could have had it done, because you would have been able to really clean it out. Diesel vehicles need to have that distance. But other than that, I don't see anything that's monitoring bad. Let me do one more reading.
Okay.
They're upstream, so the upstream fuel is a little wacko, but that's because of the EGR system. And it could definitely be something with that going on, but I don't see anything, that stands out on here. Let me just read the codes real quick one more time. It makes me feel better.
All right, I am going to park and run in. I have to go to the bathroom pretty bad, so I'm going to go in, and if you want to keep looking at it, that's
So
fine.
the only code I keep getting back with it, which I think is the regen code, is the 401. So I think you're having an issue with the regen. So other than that, exhaust gas flow, I just need you to drive it some, see if you can clean it all. Or we may just need to do that cleaning one day of it, like I showed you online. I think it's probably going to be what it needs.
Okay.